I'm so glad you're joining me today, and happy almost Halloween. We have had a lot of fun here at Grace Harbor this week dressing up, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow with the costume that I have picked out, and I can't wait to see what everybody else is going to be wearing. It's going to be a fun day for sure, and hope everybody stayed safe last night from the storms, and that your power, if it was cut off, that you're hopefully able to get that back on and enjoy your day. Let's get started with our activity that was in your activity box for you this week. In your box, you probably had a 5x7 canvas and a whole bunch of leaves. Isn't this great? I love this. All these beautiful colors that we get to enjoy in the fall. So this is going to be a really fun activity. You are going to need your watercolor paints, and I have a little strip of mine right here. So pull out your watercolors, pull out a paintbrush and a little napkin, and you might want a little dish of water. And one of the things that I included with my supplies today was a spray bottle, and I'll share what that's for in just a moment. And also your bottle of glue, and you'll probably use a good bit of glue today with this activity. What we're going to make is a fall tree. I like this one. It has a couple of pumpkins on it, has some watercolored leaves at the bottom, but then we took these beautiful little leaves here and added them to our tree on the top. So this will be a lot of fun for us to do. So let's go ahead and get started. We want to pull this canvas out, and what I do when I would use watercolors is I'll take a spray bottle and I lightly spray. And then when I say lightly spray, I mean very, 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 very lightly. Don't saturate your canvas because you're just going to have a big mess on your project. So I'm just going to take this and hold out my canvas pretty far out so I don't get it too saturated. And this one did get a little bit more wet than I would like for it to, so I'm going to take my napkin and just kind of dab it just lightly, not too much. I still want it a little wet, but still get the effect that we're looking for. I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to dab it. I don't even know if you can see. I'm just going to dab it in my water dish and then on my napkin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a few colors that make me think of fall, like when we're doing these fall leaves. The colors I see in here, sometimes you'll see brown, yellow, red. You'll still see a little bit of green and some orange. So we want to take all those different colors, dab our paintbrush. Let's see, how about if I start with a little bit of red? So I'm just going to take my wet paintbrush. My paintbrush, when I say it's wet, it is barely wet because I want a good color pop on my canvas. The more water that you use, the lighter the color. The less water you use, the darker the color. So what I'm going to do on my canvas down here is I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to dab it. I'm not doing any brush strokes. I'm just dabbing it all over like this with that red. And then I'm just going to clean off my paintbrush a little bit. Just dab that up dry. And then I'm going to go to another color. Let's see. Let's choose a little bit of orange. Let's see orange in these leaves. This is a great project where you can talk about the different colors and smells and all those senses that we talk about. It's a great time to have those conversations and picking these colors out. So now I have orange, and I'm just dabbing my orange over the top of this red. Just like that. There's no particular pattern. I'm just dabbing it all over randomly. Okay? And then let's see, how about some yellow? We're going to try a little bit of yellow. Wet my paintbrush, go right in there with my colors, and I'm just going to dab yellow all over. So it's going to look like the different colors that we might see on a fall tree. Maybe a little green, fun is that? So just take as many colors as you like that make you think of fall and just keep layering them. That's one of the things I love about watercolors is you can just continue to layer them without waiting for it to dry. Gives it a good effect. Okay, going back to a little bit of orange. I might even add some brown in there. That's a good idea. Let's add some brown. Maybe a light brown. Okay. Red. So I'm just going back and forth on all my colors between the orange and the reds and the yellows, the greens and the browns, and just dabbing them on top. And this is what mine looks like right now, just the different colors at the bottom. All right, when you are done adding all your colors at the bottom, clean off your paintbrush and that little cup of water that you have. Kind of dab it a little bit. And then we are going to go to our brown color. What we are going to do is take our paintbrush, we are going to cover it with some brown watercolor and simply, see if I can do this upside down. We're simply going to make a tree trunk, okay? By just taking your paintbrush and going straight up. Notice I even did that upside down. I'm not trying to do it in any particular way. It even dripped a little bit, which is okay. So look at that. Just make a little straight line up. That is going to be your tree trunk. And then just maybe take a few lines here and there. Look at that. I just did a few lines on my canvas. Okay? Those are going to be like my tree branches. You may be more creative and artistic than I am with that, but I just want to show you for video purposes just to kind of do some random lines. One straight and a few random, and that's going to be your tree. When you have done that, you are done with your paintbrush. So you can move your napkin and your water to the side. Don't forget to clean off that paintbrush. I'm going to save it for the next activity. You might want to move your paints out of the way. And the next thing you're going to want is your bottle of glue and that big pile of leaves that we have in your box, okay? And what we're going to do is take our glue. Let's see, I think I went out of the video, didn't I? We're going to take our glue and we're just going to spread that glue all over your canvas on top of that tree. You're going to need a lot. So I just scribbled all that glue on there, like that. And because I like to get messy, I'm just going to rub it around my canvas. Notice I didn't even have to wait for my tree trunks to dry. You might see a little bit of the paint kind of smear around, but your leaves are going to cover it up. So just rub that glue all over. It will dry clear. Okay, you'll be adding more as you add your leaves. So keep that glue ready. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leaves and just simply stick them on the canvas where I put the glue. And there is no particular way to do that. Just go all the way around and just start layering these leaves on top of each other. Just like that. You can even have them kind of come off the canvas a little bit. Or you can keep them way down here, near the bottom. This is going to be so colorful. How fun. There's so many great things. Look at how I am filling my tree in right here with all these beautiful leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue just to take whatever leaf I have in front of me and lay that right there on top of the glue to create a beautiful fall tree. I hope that you are going to be doing the same and that you really enjoy this project today. I have enjoyed making this with you. I hope that you post those pictures online. I really do want to see the work that you've done with our fall projects this month. So everybody, please stay safe and stay well and have a happy Halloween. I look forward to seeing you again next week with our activity. Take care.